Hello, collective. This is Tan. Let's see what messages we get from for today. I'm going to the Life Happens deck just to see what comes out. I tried doing a live. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Just wanted to get a sense of how I feel. Okay, I got a card that doesn't belong in there. I'm curious to see what it is. Oh, it's the Six of Cups. Interesting. Let's see what comes out of the Life Happens deck. Okay, we have gamble. It's looking like somebody wants to take a risk on something. Maybe because they're feeling a wave of emotions. They're feeling a torrential storm. Maybe they're feeling a storm of emotions, something that they can't really control. It's something that they want to be freed of. They want to be freed of these emotions. And they feel like the best way to do that will be to take a gamble, to take a risk. A risk in changing something, being more humble, bringing transformation to a situation. We have intimacy at the bottom of the deck with glow up. Inner strength, rock bottom, why, and then I took this one out, envy. Now, from what I'm getting, somebody's wanted to bring change into a situation because they've hit rock bottom. They're at this point where they probably have never been or experienced before, and it's really humbling to them, and it's what's causing them to want to change. They may be questioning why things are going the way they are, or they could be questioning why you may getting everything you want while you may be unaffected or seemingly unaffected about something, and they're feeling all these emotions. You know, it's looking like somebody is going through some sort of glow up. You know, they're finding their inner strength. You know, and it's allowing them to be free. Maybe this is them going through this experience. Someone, it could be you or someone you're dealing with, has been humbled and is gaining understanding about the importance of intimacy in the relationship, how important it is to have strong intimacy. And intimacy doesn't necessarily have to be sexual or physical. It could be just spending time together, communication, being open, honest, and vulnerable. Okay. I knocked it. Okay, let's see. All right. I'll put these cards there. I need all the room I can get. Okay. Let's see what the hidden truth is. Tell me about what's the hidden truth? What's the hidden truth? We will be together again. It ties in with the intimacy. So someone definitely wants to come back together again. Reconnect, reunite, change the situation. What else? I'm becoming a better person. Yeah, because whatever happened here, it was a humbling experience for them. Okay, what else? What else is the hidden truth? It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yeah, I feel like the person with something happened in the relationship where it hit rock bottom, where it looks like it's at a place where can you really overcome whatever the obstacle was? Can you rise above the conflict? You know, the person is taking accountability for their behavior, for their actions, and they want to take that leap of faith, you know, but right now they're not available. There may be something going on. Maybe they are dealing with other matters in the dynamic, and I mean other matters in their personal life. It could be work, family. What else? Anything else? Got two more cards. I know exactly what I was doing. So they did something, and I feel you're leaving behind. They did something that they knew You know, maybe they acted like they didn't know what they were doing. They acted like they were being innocent, like they didn't, like they knew they were doing something that would hurt you, that would cause a rift in the relationship, but it's like they didn't care. They wanted to do whatever they wanted to do because they were seeing things from their perspective rather than seeing it from yours. And that's what brought your relationship, whatever it may be, because intimate, I would like, you can have I wouldn't say intimate friendship. You can have an intimate friendship, but I don't, that might be like someone that you're very close to, that you can, you know, share your secrets with, someone that you, not, I like, let me know in the comment section. Do you think that's possible? Because I don't have any intimate relationships that have not been relationships, like romantic relationships. Okay, if this person could talk to you, what would they say? The distance between us is killing me. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize that what I had until I was gone. I'm scared you will reject me because this is taking a gamble coming forward. They're not sure exactly how you're going to receive them. I need to tell you the truth. Yeah, they may have been hiding something from you. I'm ready for commitment. Maybe that's what before they weren't ready for commitment. They want to come clean. They're ready to take their mask off. Maybe they were pretending to be somebody they're not. Maybe they were masking their emotions. Maybe they weren't completely open with their emotions, or they were withholding their emotions about their readiness for commitment at the time. But now they're saying that they're ready for commitment. So let's see what advice we can get. Okay, align. You're being asked to align with your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Pushing against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, and trust. So that might be the person's advice, because maybe they weren't feeling aligned to whatever your relationship was, and they weren't putting in the right effort. They weren't matching your frequency, but now they're understanding how important it is for them to match. How come I want to say match your freak? That is so funny. Pivot. Sometimes when things aren't falling into place after trying and trying, it's time for you to ask yourself if pivoting in some way will be a good idea. So maybe this is them trying to change their approach with something, and maybe that's where the gambling is coming in, them taking the gamble, expand. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities. Yeah, so there's so many options. There's so many ways that this person can come to you. But of course, if they want you to receive them in a way where they won't be rejected, of course, they have to find the proper approach, So of course, they're going to be spending their time trying to figure out what way they should move and how they should move, and whether it will be receptive or if they will be rejected. Okay. Anything else? What would the outcome of this relationship be? What will the outcome be for this relationship? The person comes forward. What will the outcome be if this person comes forward? What will the outcome be if the person comes forward? Okay. So they're going to be faced with, if they come forward towards you, whatever approach they decide, whatever pivot they decide to make or take, they're going to be faced with defensiveness on your part, because right now you're trying to make sure that you're good, that you're stable, you're secure, all your, everything is in order for you. But because you don't want to be burdened by this situation. So if this person comes to you in a way that is, I saw the Five of Cups, like disappointing, in a way that's disappointing, that's not necessarily matching you or your expectations, you're going to be releasing that burden. You're going to be dropping that burden, because your happiness, your security, your stability, your wealth, whatever you're trying to maintain for yourself, it takes priority over this relationship, because you're feeling a sense of freedom, and you've seen a change when you and this person possibly parted, or at least minimized communication or reduced communication, or have had limited communication. I'm trying to find the right words today. Okay. So that's the outcome, you know. So it's up to you, you know, because possibly you may have been waiting for this person, and waiting has been a sort of burden for you, because you do see that you can have a 10 of Pentacles with them, that you can have a secure home, a stable home, or that was your hope. But, you know, you were disappointed in the past, so you have your guard up and you don't want to experience or entertain that type of disappointment again. Anything else? Justice. Yeah, there has to be balance in the situation. The person has to be balanced in their approach, or balanced in the way that they give into the relationship, so that you are feeling fulfilled. So you're both feeling fulfilled. There needs to be honesty. There needs to be integrity. There needs to be truth spoken. There cannot be any types of lies or deception. You know, someone has to be courageous. This person needs to be courageous and come forward if this is something that they really want, especially with commitment. I'm ready for commitment coming out, and then justice. That could indicate that, you know, marriage. But the person is going to have to be courageous, set their ego aside, be honest, and forthright with their approach. You know, they're going to have to release any toxicity, any negative behaviors that have been an interference in the relationship. Release people who may have interfered in your relationship, or even allow for there to be a new start, so that there isn't any of the toxicity from the past entering into this new phase in the relationship, if you decide to move forward with the person. But someone wants to manifest this with you, and yeah, but they have to beware of dishonesty, disloyalty, because that is definitely not going to be accepted by you. Okay, so I'm going to leave the reading there. I hope you resonate. If you do, please like this video, subscribe to Artemis Oracle /Beauty Sun Tarot, and I'm wishing you a wonderful day ahead. Bye.